Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a global journey through the world of bread. From the tangy sourdoughs of San Francisco to the elegant baguettes of Paris, each loaf tells a story. Just like my favorite baking experiments, bread making is a beautiful blend of science and art. From tangy sourdough to fluffy brioche, there's a whole world of flavors and textures waiting to be discovered. Let's dive right in and explore these delicious creations. Get ready to have your taste buds tantalized. First up, we have the one and only sourdough. This bread isn't just a treat for your taste buds, it's a journey through time. This bread has been a staple for centuries, with its origins dating back to ancient Egypt. Imagine, thousands of years ago, bakers were already perfecting the art of sourdough, using the same basic principles we use today. Sourdough is known for its signature tangy flavor, which comes from the natural fermentation process. This process not only enhances the taste but also preserves the bread, making it last longer without the need for artificial preservatives. You see, instead of commercial yeast, sourdough uses a starter, a live culture of wild yeast and bacteria. This starter is a living, breathing entity that needs to be fed and cared for, much like a pet. This starter gives sourdough its unique character. The wild yeast and bacteria work together to ferment the dough, creating that distinctive tangy flavor and airy texture. It's like having a pet that makes your bread rise. The process of kneading and allowing the dough to rise is almost meditative, connecting you to a tradition that spans millennia. Plus, the fermentation process makes sourdough easier to digest. The natural bacteria break down the gluten, making it more digestible and often suitable for those with mild gluten sensitivities. The chewy texture and crispy crust make it perfect for everything from avocado toast to hearty sandwiches. Whether you're enjoying it fresh out of the oven or toasted with your favorite toppings, sourdough never disappoints. Sourdough is definitely a bread with a history as rich as its flavor. From ancient civilizations to modern kitchens, it has stood the test of time, bringing people together with its delightful taste and fascinating story. So next time you bite into a slice of sourdough, remember, you're not just eating bread. You're partaking in a tradition that has been cherished for thousands of years. Next, we're jetting off to France for the beloved baguette. This long, crusty loaf is practically synonymous with French cuisine. You'll find it everywhere, from local boulangeries to fancy restaurants. The beauty of a baguette lies in its simplicity. Flour, water, yeast, and salt are all you need. But don't be fooled. Baking the perfect baguette is an art form. It's all about achieving that perfectly crisp crust and airy, chewy interior. Whether you're enjoying it fresh from the bakery or using it to make a classic French sandwich, the baguette is a true bread basket essential. Fun fact, the word baguette actually translates to wand or stick in French. Now let's hop over to Italy for a taste of ciabatta. This rustic Italian bread is known for its irregular holes and flat shape. The name ciabatta actually means slipper in Italian, and you can kind of see the resemblance, right? Ciabatta's open crumb structure makes it perfect for dipping in olive oil or balsamic vinegar. It also makes a fantastic sandwich bread, especially for paninis. One of the things that makes ciabatta so special is its high hydration dough. This gives the bread its signature moist and chewy texture. If you're looking for a bread that's both delicious and versatile, ciabatta is definitely worth trying. Chapter 4: Focaccia, an edible canvas. Our next stop takes us back to Italy for another bread that's as beautiful as it is delicious: focaccia. This traditional Italian bread has been a staple in Italian cuisine for centuries, and it's easy to see why. With its golden crust and soft, airy interior, focaccia is a delight to both the eyes and the taste buds. Focaccia is a flat, oven-baked Italian bread similar in style and texture to pizza dough. The process of making focaccia involves kneading the dough until it's smooth and elastic, then letting it rise until it doubles in size. This gives the bread its characteristic light and fluffy texture. It's often seasoned with herbs, olive oil, salt, sometimes cheese, and often other vegetables. The combination of these ingredients creates a symphony of flavors that dance on your palate with every bite. The olive oil not only adds richness, but also helps to create that beautiful golden crust that focaccia is known for. What makes focaccia so special is that it's like an edible canvas. Bakers and home cooks alike can let their creativity run wild, using a variety of toppings to create stunning, edible works of art. From simple designs to intricate patterns, the possibilities are endless. You can get super creative with the toppings. Think of it as a blank slate where you can express your culinary artistry. Whether you're using fresh herbs, colorful vegetables, or even edible flowers, each focaccia can be a unique masterpiece. Cherry tomatoes, olives, rosemary sprigs, all add bursts of color and flavor. The vibrant reds of the tomatoes, the deep greens of the rosemary, and the rich purples of the olives create a visual feast that is just as enjoyable to look at as it is to eat. Caramelized onions, the possibilities are endless. The sweetness of the onions pairs perfectly with the savory bread, creating a harmonious balance of flavors. You can also experiment with other toppings like roasted peppers, sun-dried tomatoes, or even thinly sliced potatoes. Focaccia is delicious as an appetizer, a side dish, or even as a main course. Its versatility makes it a favorite at any meal. Serve it alongside a hearty soup or salad, or enjoy it on its own with a drizzle of balsamic vinegar and a sprinkle of sea salt, or even as a light lunch. Pair it with a fresh salad for a simple yet satisfying meal. The bread's airy texture and flavorful toppings make it a perfect complement to a variety of dishes. It's the perfect bread for sharing with friends and family. Whether you're hosting a dinner party or enjoying a casual meal at home, focaccia brings people together. Its communal nature encourages sharing and conversation, making it a beloved addition to any gathering. Chapter 5. Rye bread, the dark horse of bread. Now let's switch gears a bit and explore the wonderful world of rye bread. This often overlooked bread has a rich history and a unique flavor profile that sets it apart from the more commonly known wheat bread. Rye bread has been a staple in many cultures for centuries, and its versatility and nutritional benefits make it a worthy addition to any diet. Rye bread is made with flour from rye grain, which gives it a distinct earthy and slightly sour flavor. The rye grain itself is a hardy cereal grain that thrives in colder climates, making it a popular choice in regions where other grains might struggle to grow. This resilience is part of what gives rye bread its unique character. It's denser and darker than wheat bread and comes in various forms, from light and fluffy to dark and dense. The color and texture of rye bread can vary greatly depending on the type of flour used and the baking process. Light rye bread, for example, is made with a higher proportion of white rye flour, resulting in a milder flavor and a lighter texture. Dark rye bread, on the other hand, uses whole grain rye flour, which gives it a richer, more robust flavor and a denser texture. Rye bread is a good source of fiber and nutrients, and it's particularly popular in Scandinavian and Eastern European cuisines. In these regions, rye bread is often enjoyed with a variety of traditional dishes. In Scandinavia, for example, it's common to find rye bread served with pickled herring, smoked fish, and hearty stews. In Eastern Europe, rye bread is often paired with soups, sausages, and fermented vegetables. It's the perfect bread for a hearty sandwich, especially with smoked salmon or pastrami. The robust flavor of rye bread complements the rich, savory taste of these ingredients, creating a satisfying and delicious meal. Whether you're making a classic Reuben sandwich with pastrami, sauerkraut, and Swiss cheese, or a simple open-faced sandwich with smoked salmon and cream cheese, rye bread adds a depth of flavor that elevates the entire dish. If you're looking for a bread with a bit more depth and complexity, rye bread is an excellent choice. Its unique flavor and texture make it a standout option for those who want to try something different from the usual wheat bread. Plus, with its rich history and cultural significance, enjoying a slice of rye bread is like taking a bite out of tradition. So next time you're at the bakery, don't overlook the dark horse of bread. Give rye bread a try and discover its many delicious possibilities. Chapter 6. Pita bread, the pocket of flavor. Get ready to travel to the Mediterranean for our next bread, pita. Pita is a soft, slightly leavened flatbread that's a staple in many Middle Eastern and Mediterranean cuisines. One of the coolest things about pita bread is that it puffs up in the oven, creating a pocket that's perfect for stuffing. You can fill it with falafel, hummus, veggies, or even make it into a delicious gyro. Pita bread is incredibly versatile and perfect for dipping, scooping, or wrapping. It's a fun and interactive bread that's sure to be a hit at your next gathering. Chapter 7. Naan, the tandoor treasure. Next, we're heading to India for a taste of naan, a beloved flatbread that's cooked in a tandoor oven. A tandoor is a cylindrical clay or metal oven that's used for cooking and baking in many parts of South and Central Asia. Naan is traditionally slapped against the inside of the hot tandoor, which gives it its signature charred spots and chewy texture. It's often brushed with ghee or butter, giving it a rich and flavorful finish. Naan is the perfect accompaniment to curries, stews, and dips. It's like the edible spoon of Indian cuisine. Chapter 8. Brioche, the royal treatment. Get ready to indulge in the rich and buttery goodness of brioche. This French bread is known for its tender crumb, golden crust, and slightly sweet flavor. Brioche is made with a high proportion of eggs and butter, which gives it its signature richness and decadence. It's the perfect bread for special occasions or when you want to treat yourself to something extra special. Brioche is delicious on its own, toasted with jam, or used to make French toast. It's the kind of bread that makes any meal feel like a celebration. Chapter 9. Challah, a braid of tradition. Our next bread takes us to Jewish cuisine with challah. Challah is a special bread that's traditionally eaten on Shabbat and Jewish holidays. It's a braided bread that's often brushed with an egg wash before baking, which gives it a beautiful golden brown sheen. Challah is slightly sweet and incredibly soft, making it perfect for tearing and sharing with loved ones. It's a bread that's steeped in tradition and symbolism, and it's a beautiful example of how food can bring people together. Chapter 10. Cornbread, a taste of Southern hospitality. Finally, we're heading to the southern United States for a taste of cornbread. Cornbread is a quick bread that's made with cornmeal, giving it a slightly sweet and crumbly texture. It's a staple in southern cuisine, and is often served as a side dish with barbecue, chili, or collard greens. Cornbread can be baked in a skillet, muffin tins, or even loaf pans. It's incredibly versatile and can be customized with different add-ins like cheese, jalapenos, or even bacon. No matter how you slice it, cornbread is a delicious and comforting bread that's sure to warm your heart and soul. Wow, we've covered a lot of ground, or should I say dough, today. From tangy sourdough to sweet cornbread, we've explored some of the most delicious and iconic breads from around the world. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more delicious content. Be sure to let me know in the comments what your favorite type of bread is. I love hearing from you. See you next time.